Hi, I'm Vanessa Walsh, and I play Agent Andrea Carter in Murdaugh Murders, the movie. Okay, can you tell us a bit about your character, Agent Andrea Carter? Well, she is part of what's called SLED, which is South Carolina law enforcement. So she's investigating the murders or the deaths initially of Alex's wife and son. Um, she's not a real person. I'm not impersonating a real person. I'm a fictional character being created for the movies specifically. So there was some room to breathe there. I didn't have to work on trying to understand somebody's whole essence. So I kind of got to create my own character. And yeah, she's, I think of her as a mom and somebody who would have been very um, distraught and devastated by what happened. But she is a professional, and she is going to carry out this investigation until justice is served. So um, she's an extension of me, and that would be what I would do. I would want to get to the end of it and make sure that he that he is charged. So yeah, I feel that she is me, essentially. Question two is, what initially attracted me to the role? um well, I've never played a detective before, and I've been wanting to for a long time. So that's pretty much the reason. I do also love doing accents. Come from a theater background, uh, but I've always I love accents. So I got to do a South Carolinian accent. Um, yeah, I would say those were some big draws. Question number three, what do you think makes the action in this movie so special and captivating? Um, well, we're telling a real story. These are real people's lives, and it has just happened. It's so fresh still. So there is a sort of honoring of those people's lives, uh, and honoring a story that is real. And for some people, this could be very triggering. Um, so making sure that it is authentic. Um, and I think with authenticity comes captivation. What do you hope audiences take away from watching Murdaugh Murders, the movie? Um, well, I hope that they are. It's a really good question. I'm trying to figure out what it would be. Um, I hope that they're moved. Um, you know, murder is so ugly and so primal and grotesque, and when that happens to somebody, it is like one of the biggest. It is the biggest tragedy, and to sort of know that taking someone's life is, you can't do worse things. Sure, we could think of a lot of other things as well, and there are horrible, horrible things, but it's sort of just so, like, that's it. Um, I think not to be so casual about, we're in a society where it's happening all the time. There have been atrocities happening from the dawn of time. And I feel like, especially in this age now, we've gotten used to hearing about it. And I hope that people um, take stock and really kind of go, okay, these are real people, and this happened, and not to be cavalier about that. I hope that answers the question. Um, what was it like working with the rest of the cast on set? I had a great cast. Um, Bill is an incredible actor and someone that I watched as a child. So to get to be in scenes with him was amazing. Um, and his work was beautiful, and I'm excited for people to see that. I had some great castmates, and Donovan Stinson, my partner in crime, and or in law rather, and yeah, we had a ball, and we talked about characters, and we talked about um, the scenes before we were doing them, and so it was very collaborative. Really enjoyed working with our dialect coach as well, and it was fun. It was really fun. Next question. What can you tease about your character journey? Well, I don't know if I can tease. I think I should just leave that to you all seeing it. So um, I think I've said enough that would make you understand what's going on. Next question. What was your favorite scene or moment while filming the movie? Well, I can't say this because it'll ruin it, but there's a scene there's a scene with Bill, and some stuff happens. I can't speak to this because I don't want you to know about it before you see it. Um, uh, and I think Donovan and I were both so taken off guard, like for that first run of it, that I was kind of shocked, and I was like sitting back in my chair, and I was just like watching Bill work. And it was actually just me, not the character. It was me watching Bill work. And yeah, I wasn't prepared for it. And it was my favorite moment because of that, because it was like a real reaction to what he was doing. And it was wonderful. I was very vague, but hopefully you'll know what I'm talking about when you see the movie. Can you tell us about any challenges you faced while filming and how I overcame them? Okay. Well, doing an accent, and it's not as you can see, it's not my native tongue. So, as much as I love it, I love working that way and working with accents. There's always an awareness of whether you're going too big or you're not enough. Usually, it's whether you're going too big, especially with a southern accent. So, I was always aware of that, but thankfully we did have an amazing dialect coach, Tony Alcantar, on set, and so uh, that's everything, and that helped me so much. And so he was always there to run it and to make sure that everything was on point. And um yeah, I mean, honestly, like that would be for me one of the biggest challenges, because it's just in addition to creating a character, you're now doing a different dialect, so that can be challenging. um okay, changing the subject now. All right, so what have been some of the most memorable projects that I've worked on throughout my career, and why? um Well, I okay, so I had a baby in 2021, and I got to work on an Amazon show called Wilderness, which just aired actually. And we all went, my family, my husband, my child, and my mother-in-law went to Banff and got to stay at the Banff Springs, which if anybody has stayed at that place before, it's beautiful. It's like a castle in the mountains, in the Rocky Mountains. And I would say that would be the most memorable thing I've worked on because of the travel of it. It was so exciting, and I mean it was stressful. I had an 11-month-old, so that was crazy, but yeah, that was my favorite project I worked on. Um, and the last question is, can I say anything about any upcoming projects? Well, no, I can't. I'm also a creator, and so I have things I'm working on. They're in development, but that would be all that I can talk about. besides just the ongoing project and of raising a 2-year-old. So that would be my biggest that would be my biggest project with my husband. Anyway, thank you so much for having me a part of your show, and I hope that everybody enjoys the movies. And we'll see you later. Bye.